Okay, apparently Screencast-O-Matic thought I was done, and I was not. So I got cut off in the last video. Luckily, it did save. Hopefully, it saved all that I had gone through. So this is just to finish up from the first video. So I wanted to make sure that the assignment was open in Blackboard. And again, this first part's taken right from the syllabus, chapter activities. You'll do a total of 4 at 10 points each for 40 points total. After completing selected chapter readings from the text, you will complete assigned chapter study questions. And again, I should have called them application activities. Okay, so what I mean is application activities. You will see it in the textbook. Again, if you go into the different chapters and you open up each chapter, right? If you click on that's already open for chapter 10. If you click on the chapter, let's say chapter 5, you click on the little side arrow, scroll down, and they are called application activities. Okay, sorry, I think I was using a different book when I called them whatever I called them, but they are application activities. This is what you will do. Okay, so in Blackboard, you will see that here. So again, you can certainly work with a partner or a small group, and you can respond how you see fit. So you can go into this discussion board form. It is open now. That's why I got kicked out, but that's okay. So if you go on Blackboard, if you go under discussions, you will see it right here. Okay, and then you can just click here and go to open, and then you can create a thread. Okay, so you will do that regardless of how you choose to respond to this question. It will be a thread in the discussion board. All right, so whether it's you type in, whether you say I'm going to create a thread and I'm just going to type my answer, that will be a thread. Or if you choose to do more of kind of a presentation kind of thing where you do a PowerPoint or Canvas or whatever, and you save it as a YouTube link, you would post that in the thread. Okay, so regardless of how you choose to answer it, it will be posted to the discussion board. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so that again is just under discussion. So you will need to select 4 activities from 4 different chapters, right? So you'll answer a total of 4 question or 4 application activities. So select 1 from 4 different chapters, right? So total of 4 from 4 different chapters. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So it is not 4 activities for each of the 4 different chapters. It is 1 activity for 4 different chapters. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, thinking about what I talked about in the first part, where I want you to specifically say chapter blank, activity blank. Okay, so I know exactly what you were talking about. So this is a fairly, high point value assignment. So I do expect, some thought and some work into it. It should not just be a sentence or two. If you decide to answer, let's see, I have to go back to the textbook. Let's say you decide to answer, let's see. Take one of the strategies, techniques that was presented in this chapter and describe how you would teach it to a child with a disability. You should not just say, oh, I plan to use let's say I'm going to go back to the text. Let's see, I'm going to use how long is it going to make it drag out? I'm going to use games to teach target skills. The end. No, you're going to provide some thought behind this, even if you're not in a classroom yet. I know some of you are, some of you are not, but use the textbook, use the resources that are in the textbook. And really the textbook, the authors go into a lot of detail for some of these activities and some of these methods and strategy spotlights, right? So you're not just going to copy exactly what they say, because I could do that, but think about how you might be able to use some of the suggestions that they give you to relate to either your current classroom where you are now, or maybe your ideal grade level, or your ideal kind of area. I know some of you really like the older students, high school. Some of you really like the younger students. So you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to do a skill, and I'm going to reward interdependence for a grade for individual contribution for blah, 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 for 5-year-olds, right? Because they're not going to understand what that means. So think about the activities and the strategies and the techniques and the methods that this book provides you with, and think about, if you choose, this particular question, how will you teach that to students with disabilities? Okay, so make sure that you're being specific, okay? So don't just say, oh, I'm going to teach games. Well, that's not really worth 10 points, okay? So really think about how you could apply these activities. That's why I'm having you do them. Think about how you can apply these activities and these strategies and these techniques and these methods and everything that this textbook provides you. How can you apply this to, again, your current and or future classroom? All right, so that is this assignment. Again, it is under discussion, so you will click on discussions. It is the only one here. You will need to click right here. Actually, let me make sure that it is visible to you. Okay, so you will need to click right here next to chapter activity questions. You'll need to click on open, and then you'll click create thread. Okay, and you can say, you can put your name up here. You can say chapter activities, whatever you want to say. And again, they're really called chapter application activities. Okay, I know I called them chapter study questions, but I really mean chapter application activities because that's what your book calls them. So again, if you want to, type your answer, you're going to say chapter 1, comma, activity 2. You're going to type your answer. Okay, maybe leave a space. Oh, chapter 3, activity 3, type your answer. Then you will click our little submit button, right? But if you choose to do more of a presentation, you will just attach, you will attach your link or paste it here, your YouTube link, so that I can watch your video. I don't want you to submit it as a Google Doc or anything with Google, because then I have to ask you for permission. And that ends up annoying me, I'm not going to lie. So again, if you don't know how to submit, if you choose to do the presentation, and you don't know how to submit it or save it and submit it as a YouTube link, just Google it and just use Google to find your answer, because they will be able to tell you, or it will be able to tell you. Okay, and then again, you will submit. So that is your assignment, the one coming up. So again, that is under discussions, and I will post the video. I will post this recording. Oh, I think I already did, under assignments, fall 2023. Chapter activity questions, again, we know that they're really called the application activities, but I'm just sticking with what I called them in the syllabus. So right here is a folder for chapter activity questions. The first part of the video that I got rudely cut off from is already posted, and I will post the second part right here as well. Okay, but then you just need to remember to go into the discussion board to actually answer the question. Okay, again, feel free to work with a partner, small group. One person will submit, just submit all the names. All right, I think that is it for this assignment. Let me just quickly, okay, so we've done the affirmation form, we've done the IRIS module, right? We've done 2 of those. We are done or working on our affirm module. So then this is the chapter activities assignment. Your midterm is already done. Your final will be exactly the same, 30 questions, probably with a couple extra credit questions, because, I'm just so nice. No, I'm just kidding. Chapter 7 to 12 will be on the final. Okay, so the midterm was chapters 1 through 6. The final will be chapters 7 through 12. I have recordings posted for all chapters currently, except for 11 and 12, which I will get to, but the PowerPoints are posted. And then they're bringing it all together. I will do another video about this as it gets closer to the end of the semester. And this is where you will analyze a case scenario. And for this one, you can use ChatGPT or AI if you so choose, but I will get back to that, okay? We are doing well with, I'm looking at due dates. So we have the chapter activity questions, really what do we all know that they're called now? Application activities, the chapter application activities, right? That is due Friday, November 3rd, so over 2 weeks from now. Bringing it all together will be due November 17th, and then your final exam will be due December 1st. So I will get your final exam posted, about 2 weeks before, maybe a week and a half before the final exam. And bringing it all together, I will get that posted probably within, I'm looking at the dates, by the end of October, I will have that posted. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Let me know if you have questions. And again, you can find the videos under the assignments fall 2023 tab for the chapter activity / chapter application activities questions. Okay, you can find the videos here. Again, here's the first part where I was cut off. I will post the second part here. And then to actually answer the question, you just go into the discussion board, click right there, and click open. All right, I think that's it. And we are about halfway or maybe a little bit more than halfway through with the semester. So we are kind of wrapping things up. And I will be back with that last video later about the bringing it all together. All right, have a great day.